You are right up my street.
Oh, you can't make me choose.
I go by Toyota. Sponsors T4.
Fuck me, Lee Ryan's 13. I remember we couldn't remember the word for table.
This is Your Welcome America, the podcast that explains what the bloody hell Brits are banging on about.
In every episode, we translate British pop culture for America
And American pop culture for Britain. You're welcome.
I am Ben.
I am Fraser.
Fraser Light Razor.
Hi, babes.
Hiya. So I tell you what's done.
What's that?
Chasing the Saturdays.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you for listening to our spin-off show, Your Welcome America presents Chasing the Saturdays. All 10 episodes of the E-reality smash hits.
I will say, of all the kind of weird deep dive spin-offs that we've done, this has been the hardest. This was harder than Search for the Next Pussycat Doll, which was also not the easiest to watch.
And bearing in mind, a couple of those episodes you did by yourself.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, if you really want to hear me lose my mind, listen to the very first episode of the Search for the Next Pussycat Doll. It's me screaming into the void for like 45 minutes about that show.
Wow.
Never going to do that again.
How are you? What's going on
Well,
with you?
let's start with you, because the most important thing is
me?
Much like I love how like the media kind of reflects on life. Much like Gwyneth Paltrow in trial for a ski accident, you just got back from Gay Ski Week.
I have been recognized on ski slopes before.
Okay.
Well, as a privileged white person, I am very much seen by the media. And right now, I am Gwyneth Paltrow.
He said he was at 40 feet away and colorblind.
But you didn't ski in 21 on your ski weekend, right?
No, I did not. So I have been in Mammoth. I was at Gay Ski Week. It happened. Where on earth do I even begin with that? So, Gay Ski Week, what happens is a load of gays descend on a ski resort and they ski and party and drink. It's just a lot of fun. So, when we got there, went with our friend Teddy. If you're wondering who's a better skier, it is me.
You skied directly into my effing back at the top of your lungs.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I apologize for my bad language.
Sorry, I realized I was rolling my eyes. I had to make a noise so I could be heard there.
Okay, so as soon as we get there, the hardest part of the whole situation, not the drive. We've had endless snowstorms. The drive was fine. We get there, room's not ready, fine. We go pick up our skis, met some lovely gays in line. We were friends with them the whole weekend, went for dinner with them. There was one point I was eating oysters with them.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
And then a mountain oyster. I know, a mountain fish.
Yeah, that's a concern. Not close to a body of water up in Mammoth.
I know, Mammoth Lakes. All to say, we then get a message, the room's ready, we divide and conquer. You go get the bags, I'll get the skis, I'll get the room. I go take the stuff into the room. Okay. 2 bedrooms. One of the bedrooms is bunk beds.
Oh.
Like big timber bunk beds.
Oh, shit.
Can you imagine how displeased I was?
Ooh.
A call was immediately made to reception where I told them the room was inappropriate for 2 gay men approaching 40.
And I turned around and I yelled at him.
Did you use those exact words?
I said the room is inappropriate for our needs. So we changed rooms. The whole weekend was an utter joy. It was just endless. You know what? I've never revisited vodka Red Bull quite so much in my life.
Oh, you really needed it then.
You really needed it. With that altitude, that skiing, bloody hell.
God, vodka Red Bull is a wild drink. I feel like you really only turn to that in times of trouble.
Well, here's the thing. So the second day, anyway, one of the days, what happens is you ski, you have fun, you have lunch, and then before you know it, the après-ski drinks party starts at 4, like between 4 and 7. One of the days, it was halfway up the mountain, up the gondola. So I was then like, wait a minute, do I ski back and change? Do I just ski into what? So I just skied and then went straight to the party.
Skied into the party.
Skied into the party. So by that point, I was like, I need a fucking vodka Red Bull. I was exhausted.
Ooh, very Scottish when you said that.
Vodka Red Bull. At one point, I did talk to a man who claimed he was the 4th richest man in San Francisco.
And then 2 skis slide slowly between my skis.
And I only talked to him because he was drinking champagne and I wanted some of the champagne.
Oh, yeah. I was saying to you, I felt very skeptical. 4th richest man to me, it really gives that vibe of when you're underage and you say that you're 19 instead of 18 to make it more realistic.
Yeah.
I felt like anything under third most riches, that's when you're starting to lie.
I did mock him to his face and drink his champagne. Oh, but then the champagne turned out to be like a rosé champagne. Ugh. There was a onesie party one day.
Ugh.
Okay. A few people asked me, why are you not wearing a onesie? And I just told them, it's beneath me. I just said that to their face.
That's tough because I also hate onesies and that aesthetic, but I'm not sure I'd be able to pull off it's beneath me. I think I'd just say, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Reminds me of when I worked back in London, when I worked, it was a company at Christmas, and they said it was Christmas jumper day. And I came in dressed normally, and I was the only person on it was at ITV, the whole floor of people. So it was like 100 people on my floor. I was the only person defiantly just wearing a black t-shirt.
I was going to say, that sounds really flammable. One light of a match.
Yeah.
And the London studios would be up in
And
flames.
you remember that building? You can't escape that building in a fire very easily.
Oh, the asbestos in that building.
And yeah, I said, I'm not doing it because I think they're ugly, I think is what I said to my boss.
And they're like, yeah, that's the point. That's what makes them fun.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
Also, you know me, I can't wear a jumper in an
You'll be
office.
too hot.
It's
You'll
too
be
hot.
Even in December.
Even
you'll
in
be too
December,
hot.
even in LA with the air conditioning on, I can't wear a jumper.
No, I can't do that.
So while you were gone skiing the mountain, I had the flu. So I've got literally nothing to talk about.
Oh.
There was one night where I watched all 3 John Wick movies back to back.
Did you have the flu the whole time?
For a whole week that you were gone. You were gone for the weekend, and then I had the flu for the whole week after that as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I did go for an incredibly odd massage not so long ago. Because as you know, I'm currently suffering from double tennis elbow. Don't worry about it. I like that it makes me sound like a rich old white lady at a country club. Mm-hmm. But basically, I went for a massage at Massage Envy in Glendale. And everything was fine apart from the one thing that I will say that I'm very annoyed about is that when I went into the massage room, normally you'd think you'd smell like incense, candles, even in a real generic place like that. I'd take a Glade plug-in, honestly, with what I smell. I think the guy that gave me my massage had bought his own lunch from home. And I think it was some kind of broth in a thermos. And the whole time he was giving me a massage, which was really nice, the whole room smelled like a chicken and mushroom pot noodle. So I was both disgusted and incredibly hungry by the time it was finished.
What color of pot noodle is that?
Green.
Okay.
My favorite pot noodle flavor, chicken and mushroom.
Oh, I like the chow mein one. The chicken chow mein?
The blue one.
Blue one. I'll have a blue.
Honestly, if I could, I know they do cup of noodles here, and I know that it's kind of the same concept, but maybe I will be getting my mum to bring me a couple of pot noodles when she comes over.
Well, we should talk. What else should she bring us?
Well, she always brings me chocolate hobnobs, and she always brings me Worcester sauce flavored crisps.
I was going to put a request. Oh, I'm going to put a request in Worcester sauce crisps.
Yeah.
Prawn cocktail crisps.
Okay, I'll ask for prawn cocktail as well, and pot noodles.
What about ketchup? Heinz ketchup crisps?
Oh, I don't think you can get them anymore.
What, through customs?
Yeah.
They stop you.
They've been banned from the US. But yeah, I'll put an order in with Laura because she's coming, again, a little too soon, a little too close to last time on her visit.
Well, so she'll be back in the pod.
God, will she?
Yeah.
On that note, let's do some feedback.
Oh. So if you want to get in touch with us, go to our Instagram, You're Welcome America. You can email us at...
You're Welcome America podcast at gmail.com.
Please rate and review us. Had some great ratings and reviews of late. Really enjoyed those. We do read all the comments.
We do.
And when we say read aloud on the pod.
Yeah.
So get in touch.
Guaranteed read aloud if you send one.
Read aloud. Why don't you start?
Podcast nemesis Michael has been really popping into the comments about our S Club 7 episode. He actually said he finally agrees with one of our comparisons, and he thinks that Black Eyed Peas at Camp Rock is the US equivalent of S Club 7. So he said, see, I do send affirming messages. Oh, and he's also incredibly up for a rewatch of Danny Minogue's Style Queen as a possible spin-off, if we can find that online. Think that footage exists?
We need to delve into the ITV2 vaults to find that.
Yeah, I feel like we might need to hook up at the ITV archives for that one.
Do you think when they were moving out of the London studios in like the basement, like, what should we do with this box? What's it like? And they dusted it off and it said like Danny Minogue's Style Queen. They're like, just dump it.
Yeah, they were like, and what's this Wags Boutique? Toss it. I know we always talk about Wags Boutique.
Wags
it's
Boutique.
a real forgotten treasure.
Okay, Tone Ring got in touch, re S Club 7, and he said that Viva La Fiesta also felt like a single to him, so I looked it up. It was part of a double B-side to S Club Party, which was released before their first album. So little gay boy that I was, I listened to the CD single on repeat so many times that Viva La Fiesta, I can barely say it, felt like a single. Yeah, because I was saying in my head,
Oh, Viva La Fiesta. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Meow. Yes, so, Alex Hoover. Don't think we've heard from Alex before.
No, this is a new contactor.
A new contactor. And Alex Hoover has sent us a commercial from 2003, and he asks, did you have gems like this in the UK back in the day? So I think, is it a commercial for like a mix CD, like a Now or something?
It is. I'll play a little bit of it.
What's interesting about that mix CD, Alex Hoover, that you sent us, those were mainly British or European artists. Did you notice that? I know.
Yeah.
I obviously include Gina G as a European artist.
Yeah, she's of the kind of Australasian European connection.
She's in the Minogue Pact. Australasia Minogue Pact.
Absolutely. Disco Drive-Thru just dropped in that he was really shocked by me using the term "what's her flaps," which I don't even remember saying or thought that I did say, but he loved it. He said he's never heard this phrase before and he's dying.
What's her flaps? Yeah, because I would say, what's her chops?
Yeah, what's her chops? What's her flaps? What's his flaps? I do. It's not gendered. I'll do what's his flaps and what's his chops.
What's
as well.
their flaps?
Yeah, what's their flaps? It's non-gendered, that one.
Okay, Ronnie Abraham, someone else I think is new contactor, a new feedbacker. Ronnie Abraham says, I was in a Tesco, as I was listening to this episode, it was the S Club 7 episode, and stopped in my tracks when I heard you mention this. I think Ronnie Abraham got in touch because he take the picture of S Club 7 from the 2015 Bournemouth concert that is on their Wikipedia page. I think that's Ronnie.
Yes.
But if not, he said he was in a Tesco, and you replied, get anything nice from Tesco? And he said, a quiche and some custard creams. I've been in Canada for 5 years, so getting all the essentials I've missed, now I've moved back.
Did I reply to that?
I think so.
I don't remember doing that.
Was it me?
Maybe it was you.
Uh-oh.
Billy got in touch with us, our celebrity booker Billy, official for the podcast. He just got in touch with us saying that finally Sweet 7, the album by Sugar Babes, is available on Spotify, which means that we can now have About a Girl by Sugar Babes on Spotify. So Wesley got in touch with us and he said lads, which I liked. It's like, more like ladies, but okay.
Yeah, gals, thank you.
I have a story that will speak to our shared sensibilities. Picture it, night out, spangly dresses, Pixie Lot playing, only in my head. All about tonight.
Do, 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 do.
I'm outside of a Montreal club making friends, and whenever I meet a British girl around my age, I always bring up Girls Aloud. It's some nostalgia that only we can get into, and they're impressed by my Canadian knowledge of a 20-year-old girl group. Except this time I got schooled. A girl tells me, as if it's not the most earth-shattering info, that her grandmother was the doctor who saved Cheryl's life during the infamous malaria scare. She has a signed shirt back home from the whole thing. I couldn't believe my ears. I was only 4 degrees of separation from Derek Hoff. I hope this hits as hard as it did for me with you two.
I would love it if the signed shirt said something like, thank you for saving my life against a little mosquito. And then he said, the pod is excellent as ever. You're right. I loved hearing you two sing Some Kind of Rush. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah. So good.
Tell us how you feel, Wesley.
Never enough booty love. Never enough booty love. Love. You know what I mean? So that's some great feedback. Thank you so much for getting in touch, everyone. Love hearing from you. Keep it up. Instagram, email, all the above. Just to our friends and family. If you do direct feedback to us, we will not remember to read it out loud.
Yeah, our recording schedule is erratic to say the best. We're never going to remember it.
Yeah, so it's hard when you get like a text at 3 a.m. and you're like, oh, that's good. And then you never remember it again. Go through the official channels.
And we're back. Today is a special. It's a very special. When we were discussing S Club 7, we kind of touched on a couple of girl bands, and we thought to ourselves, do you know what we need to do? We need to gather together all of these kind of forgotten girl bands that are kind of here and there that, you know, have one single, two single, you know, maybe even three for a couple of them.
People are like girl groups who aren't full topics.
Yes, exactly. And not kind of, you know, maybe, you know, not forgotten to us, but maybe have slipped through people's minds. And as we were preparing for that, I did see a great tweet on our Twitter. This guy on Twitter said, very sarcastically, what this world needs is more podcasts about retro pop music hosted by gay men of a certain age. There are depths yet to be plumbed. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to take that. He did mention some people, and I only know one of them. He said Optimistic, spelled like Opta and Mystic, like Mystic Meg, Lauren Waterworth, which I don't remember, Miro, which I don't remember, and then Those Two Girls, which I do remember, because it was a pop duo, a kind of girl band pop duo with Denise Van Outen and another woman, and they have a pretty wonderful song. I'm going to play it for you. I'll play it for you later because it's not part of our
Those
girl
Two
group
Girls
special, but it's pretty fun.
So what we're going to do is we're going to flip-flop back and forth in no particular order other than the order that we put on our notes app, which we then shared to one another and just filled in the pieces.
On our outline.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with forgotten girl group Neon Jungle.
Oh,
Show me what you got, gotta show me when the beat drop. Brave heart. Show me what you got, gotta show me when the beat drops. Ich ni san kaisu.
It's very Vodka Red Bull.
it's very Vodka Rebel. It also is. What year did that song come out? Because
I think it was.
that's kind of the to really put it in a place and time. That song came out in our 20s, right?
January 2014.
2014. Yeah, that song. I feel like we were really in the depths of our Vodka Red Bull kind of London nightlife years.
London nightlife years.
For sure.
Oh my god, I love that song.
Yeah, really fun song. I think I met them actually. I think I met Neon Jungle once in the canteen at ITV Studios when I was working there.
I just read here, the group supported Jessie J on select dates of her live tour.
Jessie J.
Oh, and the following month they performed alongside Taylor Swift at the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show. What?
What?
And then later it said they had a single called Louder, but so did Parade, who we will get to later.
Oh.
So that's Forgotten Girl Group Neon Jungle with Braveheart.
I have a quick question for you. Do you have an affinity for that song because of the movie Braveheart?
A movie I've never seen. It was a movie that was mainly shot in Ireland and starring Mel Gibson, who is Australian. Wow.
Braveheart.
Show me what you got. Right, who have we got next?
So I chose to shine a light on a very forgotten girl group called Girls at Play, and their name is spelled Girls at symbol Play, and their song was called Airhead.
I got the brains, he's got the looks. He watches TV, I read my books. He's in the slow lane, but he don't care. He's such a pretty face, but boy, he's got a head full of hair.
Yeah,
So
this song.
this song came out in 2001. They were a 5-piece girl group, and one of the members is Rita Simmons, who went on to be on EastEnders for like a really long amount of time.
Oh, really?
But there's a couple of things about this song. So the Girls at Play were kind of weirdly, they were signed to a record label, and then the only 2 singles they released were produced by Stock Aitken and Waterman. So that kind of early Kylie sound.
But what year was it?
2001. So it's kind of very late. But so that's why that song kind of has a weirdly old kind of Kylie sound to it. And the most important thing about that video is they were inexplicably themed like the Village People. Do you remember this? So Rita Simmons was like a mechanic. The main like lead singer girl was like a cop. There was someone working in an office. I can't remember the other 2 kind of professions.
Is there a Native American?
No, there definitely wasn't.
Uh-oh.
But I will say, in doing my research for this Forgotten Girl Group special, quite a few white women doing raps and reggae voices.
Oh, of course. 100%.
There's a few back to the islands kind of mistakes that were made in people's careers here.
Wonderful.
Really fun song.
Yeah, that is a good
It's
song.
a real boost of serotonin in that song. Just to double check, I did see here that their kind of Village People thing was they had a cowgirl, a mechanic, a New York City traffic cop, a pilot, and then inexplicably someone was just playing an executive. She really lucked out there, didn't she?
Business, sexy business woman. Okay, next up, we're going to move to Precious now.
This is a slightly meatier topic for a Forgotten Girl Group special, but I think we still have to consider them forgotten because to us they have quite an extensive catalogue.
Now we're going to cheat here because I was saying we need to stick to one song per girl group. Here's the thing. They did Eurovision.
Yes.
And they did it with this song. Although this is a remix because Spotify's only got so much of Precious.
No, I think this is the actual
is
radio.
it?
I think this is the radio edit.
Let's have a little listen.
Say it again, say it. Say the words I heard you whisper. Say it again, say it. When last night we were together, lying next to me, you said to me, say it again.
So that's Precious. We'll say it again.
Like a dick.
Like a DJ.
Precious. Say it again. I would say that's one of my favorite Eurovision entry songs ever.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't decide between that and Gina G. They're my top two.
See, I never loved Say It Again.
Oh god, I loved it.
You know, I was more into It's Gonna Be My Way.
That Swedish kind of produced piano sound at the time really got under my skin.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
it
ding,
really,
ding.
really got me.
So they had their song that no one else really enjoyed, bar me, called It's Gonna Be My Way on a beach.
Oh, I loved It's Gonna Be My Way.
I'm laying the love down to you
Yeah, it was kind of a real tropical vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wonder if they filmed at the same beach as Natural by
Yes,
SF7.
definitely.
But they then had another song, which is essentially Baby One More Time. Let's have a little listen.
I can't deny just what you mean to me. Words can describe, it's all in my heart. The more I try to live individually, something tells me, take it back in time, take it back in time, rewind.
Oh, what a great song.
So, Rewind is almost a carbon copy of Baby One More Time, but in a way where I'm like, I like Baby One More Time, so sure, I'll take another version of it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Why not?
Just a tweak. So,
Just a tweak.
just a tweak. Just Baby One More Time, but like just a tweak. Maybe if you rewind it. Oh, just call it Rewind. So one of the group, one of the members, Anya, she became instructor at Barry's boot camp.
Yes,
I remember
in
when
London.
It first opened.
Yep.
I used to go to her classes.
I
And
took one of our classes
did
with
you?
you as well, yeah.
And I would always, like, in advance, she'd always, like, tweet, like, any song request, and I'd always be like, play Precious, play Precious, play Precious. And then one time she humoured me and played a dance remix of Rewind.
And also, let's not gloss over the fact that this girl group also features Jenny Frost from Atomic
That's
Kitten.
right.
And before she joined Atomic Kitten. So she's really girl band royalty.
Maybe she was like, look, we filmed in this beach for the It's Gonna Be My Way video, so why, when we do It's Okay,
Yeah.
why don't we drive by that beach?
The song that I always refer to as It's Not Right, But It's Okay. Accidentally.
The UK version.
So next is a song that I picked, a song released by a girl band in 1999. And the girl band was called Hepburn. And the song is called I Quit.
I'm telling you now, I quit, 'cause loving you's a job I don't need, ain't gonna go to work no more.
What a great song.
So yeah, this is such a good song. I think this is actually maybe one of the only songs that is known internationally from our thing because it was featured on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack.
I knew it was on some sort of soundtrack somewhere.
So there's a really funny alternate video version of the one that we just watched where they've got like vampire teeth.
I quit.
So this is interesting. This song was originally offered to Natalie Imbruglia. She turned it down, and then they released this as a debut single. I think this would have been a really good single for Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah.
Like I think this song would have actually been up there with Torn as like a bit more of like a solid one in her discography.
Maybe
I think.
Alisha would have known who she was.
Yeah. Alisha. I can't believe you just brought them up. There's not too much to say about this song. I just really love it.
I remember, so I think the lead singer was called Jamie. I think she was Jamie. Is that right? Why does that live in my head?
Hang on.
Yeah, look, Jamie Benson.
Oh, yeah, Jamie.
So, for some reason, I remember her being on Radio 1 and they did like a live lounge thing of this. I bet this was great live.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how good would this be at karaoke?
Yeah, really
Oh.
good.
Or another option for Rock Week on X Factor.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. This is really, really boring. Their name was inspired by the actress Audrey Hepburn. No shit.
Done.
Easy.
It's like, we're a girl group called Paris because we like the city Paris. It's really romantic.
Paris is a terrible name for a girl band, but I kind of like it. I felt like you could do a good 2000s throwback girl group now called Paris.
Yeah. Right. Should I do the next one?
Yeah.
DJ, come play that song, keep me dancing, dancing all night, all night. Hey DJ, come play that song, keep me dancing, dancing all night, all night. Hey DJ, come play that song, keep me dancing all night, all night.
Whoa. This is N-Tyce.
Those vocals were quite interesting.
Wait, didn't they also have a song called We Like to Party?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went with the one that had the most plays on Spotify.
Oh,
'cause
good.
I kind of thought that was the...
Now, that's the final finished recording. And for me, that song, the way we've just listened to it right now, it makes me feel like I'm a bit ill or I've got an upset stomach. It just feels off.
Yeah, it needed another pass in the kind of edit stage.
Yeah. Need a little twiddling of knobs
Yeah.
to get things just a bit clearer.
Smooth. Yeah, just smooth out those vocals. But I didn't know... N-Tyce were British, right?
Yes. I think
Because
so.
they very much had an American sound.
Well, I think that was the point.
Right, they were kind of...
Let me just...
They were trying to market them as like TLC, weren't they?
Oh my God, they had a song also called Telefunking.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I remember.
1996 to 1999.
Ooh, that was an early one.
They clocked up 4 20 hit singles. 4 top 20 hit singles, I beg your pardon. 1 album. Yeah. Their names, Donna, Ario, Chantel, and Michelle.
Michelle. Love a famous person called Michelle.
Donna.
Donna's a very funny famous
Donna
person name.
Stubbs.
Oh, Donna.
Donna Stubbs.
Ah, yes, Stubbsy.
Chantel. Me. No, not you, Michelle. Chantel. Must have been confusion on that tour bus when they're going to the Smash Hits Awards. Right. Oh, God. I see where we're going next.
So I picked a girl band. I think this actually was the girl band that inspired the Forgotten Girl Band special, actually.
I think so.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the girl band Parade.
Turn it up louder, turn it up louder, pump that bass under my feet, feel that rhythm, your heartbeat beat. Turn it up louder.
I love the chorus of that song because it's sung as if they're doing a harmony, but they're doing podcast nemesis Michael's favorite thing where they're just all singing the same note.
Different
and
octaves.
Really loud. So I'm going to read you the individual first names of the girls in Parade because I think you're really going to like these names.
Well, remember, I knew one of them.
Yes, you know one of the...
Charlesworth, someone, Sean?
Yeah, you know Sean.
I knew her once.
You remember Sean, but the other girls, as well as Sean, we've got Jessica, Bianca, Emily, and Lauren. Famous person called Lauren.
Hiya, Lauren.
Hiya, Lauren.
Lauren, sing a bit louder for me, babe. Thanks.
Yeah, they were in... That song was released in 2011. A great year for me.
Well, the UK was building up to the Olympics.
Yeah, you and I always have 2012 as the peak year for the UK. It's never been the same since.
Speaking of, one of my friends, Kenneth, sent me a photograph of a receipt from GAY Manchester in 2012. 9 drinks were bought, 9 vodka and mixers, and it came to like £9.50.
£9.50. That's insane.
Yeah.
I couldn't, because I tried to zoom in on it when you sent it to me, and I almost thought it was wrong because it was like such a low quality from whatever
know.
digital camera it was taken with at the time.
The year the UK was peaking, that and the Jubilee.
I mean,
flotilla.
We're never going to get to those dizzy heights again. So yeah, they were, and just also worth noting that they're, I think I said this when we mentioned them before, but in their Wikipedia page, I really like that they became the ambassadors of women's football. No, nothing more specific than that.
Well, do you know what? The women's football team did very well last year, so they really seeded that victory.
And then, just in a list, they became the ambassadors of women's football, Clean and Clear, and Saint-Tropez Self-Tan.
That's covering all bases.
I was like, you gotta get clear skin, make it brown, go and play football.
Yeah. Done and done.
Thanks, Parade.
They also had that song called Perfume, which we're not going to go near. Thank
Absolutely
you. One of them in
not.
that video was wearing a turban.
Oh.
A bejeweled turban.
Yeah, and that's not the first and not the last time a white person is going to be doing some questionable activities in this list.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next girl group from the Forgotten Girl Group Special. Like the pot that we've got of girl groups.
Better be done, diggy, 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 dum, da, don't want none, though I know it'd be fun to get some. Gotta run out, got to go, got to get home, cause my baby boy's on his own. Better be done, diggy, 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 dum, da, don't want none, though I know it'd be fun to get some. Gotta go now, I got to get home, my baby boy's on his own.
The 411 with Dumb.
Stop doing radio DJ announcers. And that was the 411 with their new single, Dumb.
I told you a few years ago when I was in Provincetown, we're out. This is like 4 years ago, and we're out, and the DJ, it was like this really fun throwback gay club, and the DJ at one moment went, this is the new one from Cher. And it was her singing, gimme, gimme, gimme a man up to... It was great.
This is a great song, Dumb. It all takes place at a frequency that is incredibly low. There's like a low buzzing noise in the background, and kind of the vocals never get above like, it's like, it's very pleasing to the ear. It's kind of got almost a current day low energy vibe of like a, I hate to throw this out there, but like a Billie Eilish kind of low frequency, low energy kind of bop.
IDGAF.
Yeah, I'd love to know if someone could like re-release this song and kind of pretend it was a new song by someone current.
This was
if they could get away with it.
This was a big radio hit, I remember. It was
Yeah.
everywhere at the time. Radio hit.
A radio hit, eh?
Radio hit, eh? Right, where we go next? You guide us.
Oh god, so this is a really,
God.
you want to talk a forgotten song in the vault.
It's not even on Spotify.
It's not on Spotify.
I'm loading up a YouTube clip right now.
There's only available as a low quality YouTube video. So there was in the year, I think, what year was this? This was the year 2000, I think it was. Oh no, this was the year 2001. There was a girl band really used the term loosely. It was actually only two of them, I think. And they were called Ladies First. And they're called an English garage girl group. So obviously, we get slightly stuck on the term garage when we're trying to explain garage music to anyone outside of the UK. It's not garage rock if you're anyone living in anywhere else in the world. It's not rock music done in a garage. It's kind of a dance style of music that inexplicably was just called garage. I don't know why it was called that. We never really got to the bottom of that.
I'm guessing it was like created in a garage.
I guess but specifically only in the UK, the music created in garages was not rock music. It was very specific R&B dance music.
Just look up Craig David.
And then this is one of those songs that I really took to and no one else did. It was me and my friend Siobhan, and we would like play it and no one cared. And they did a cover of this 1986 song and made it like a garage cover.
Let's play it.
'Cause I can't wait, baby.
I have spied in that video a lot of slouchy stiletto boots.
Slinky and Slouchy is the video
Yeah.
theme. Can you just skip to, if you go kind of 3/4 of the way through, there's a rap breakdown that I
Okay.
need you to hear.
Tell me what is on your mind, ladies first. This is how we flow. Yeah, you know, this is how we do. In 0 2, no.
Whoa.
Okay, so we'll say one of the things that we always used to criticize girl bands for in retrospect is having the only member of color be the person that has to do the raps. Whereas this was an odd version of that, where there's a duo, a white woman and a woman of color, and the white woman does the rap. And it's one of my favorite white women raps of all time. Yeah, you know, this is how we do in 0 2.
I would like your mum to do that rap.
I'll absolutely get Laura to perform that. This is Ladies First. This is how we do in 0 2.
Oh my god.
That was Ladies First. Oh my god.
I do remember that song.
Yeah, a real weird song.
Okay, now we're gonna delve into the 90s for
fuck, I love this song.
this song. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it.
No way, no way.
Mana mana,
No way, no way.
mana mana,
No way, no way.
mana mana.
Not today. Don't get fresh with me.
Wow.
Okay.
That was Vanilla No Way No Way.
I was saying to you as we were listening to that, my favorite bit of that song is it's all kind of sung quite out of tune and a bit strange, and there's just this one member of the band that just goes,
If you tempt me with your charms, you can hold me in your arms.
I remember on The Big Breakfast, they got obsessed with this song.
Yeah.
It's like Denise would get up, Denise Van Outen, and she would like perform and pretend to be in the girl group. They loved it.
So the most important fact about Vanilla No Way No Way is the music video. So it's filmed clearly at a leisure center, like an open air.
A Lido.
A Lido.
It's at a Lido.
It's filmed at a Lido. And the most important detail is they clearly couldn't afford to close the Lido for the day. So the girls are kind of standing poolside, like performing, and in the background you can just see like kids jumping in, and it's like very like real people using the Lido behind them. Those are not paid extras, are they?
yeah, people just getting their Saturday swim.
Yeah, completely. Like you could tell they had to stop multiple times from like kids dive bombing in and getting the girls wet.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those reflecting boards. When
Yes.
the sun hits it, it reflects onto them, so they look a bit shimmery.
But they've used them so extremely because it's clearly like a summer's day in the UK, which is probably like a, warm, but still not warm enough to be poolside performing a music video. But I love Vanilla No Way No Way. Just purely for that.
Right. Who have
And
we got
then
next?
I picked, for the final one of this part, I picked the song Trouble by Shampoo, because this is a fucking tune.
Great song.
This is also another contender for Rock Week on X Factor, because there's
the
guitar
guitar.
work in it, and I think you could do this as a cheat, so you could still be kind of pop and fun.
This song in the 90s, I feel like was everywhere. I think
Yeah.
Americans must know this song.
Yeah, it made it over to America from what I saw on here. They have some great names. And Wikipedia's put their nicknames in quotation marks, and it's Jacqueline, Jackie, Blake, and Caroline, Carrie, Askew.
Can we just
So
say
it's Jackie and Carrie.
origin? Where are they from?
Oh, they're from Plumstead in London.
that Plumstead sounds like a fake British
It
made up
really
place.
does. It really does. Yeah, so they formed, it just says they formed in the 90s. We can't get any more information than that. And yeah, they're from Woolwich and Plumstead. And that was it. The reason that this song did make it to America is because they released it in the UK and then it got featured on the Power Rangers movie soundtrack.
Okay.
So then they redid a video and it got released like worldwide.
Got
so I
it.
think that there's a certain subset of Americans who loved the Power Rangers movie that maybe had the soundtrack on cassette and would know Trouble by Shampoo. But it's really fun. It's a song basically about two girls trying to get home after a night out, and they keep things aren't working out for them. And I really like that. I feel like it's the same theme that I love in the song Horny by Moose T. Remember? That song's all about trying to send an email through the internet and it got rejected.
It did get rejected. Do you think Shampoo, it's like a kid's song,
Yeah.
but it also sounds like, Trouble also sounds like fucking B-52s.
Yes, you're so right. It's got a B-52s vibe, and their kind of aesthetic and look. I feel like if like a Gen Z kid found Shampoo, it's like a really solid, like their look was perfect for like Gen
So
Z.
good. Do you think Shampoo, Trouble, and also Vanilla No Way No Way are little, like, I can imagine Charlie XCX would be obsessed with them.
Yes, she could really take some elements of those two songs and get them going again.
Well, I feel like Vanilla No Way No Way is very her song Girls Night Out,
Yes.
which I love.
We should write to her, and we've had some other ideas for songs for her.
Have we?
We've got, yeah, I couldn't remember what it was, but We've definitely mentioned, Charlie XCX could do something with that.
Yeah, Charlie, get on that.
Charlie, give us a call. We've got lots of ideas for you, but mainly doing re-releases of Vanilla and Shampoo. And we're back. We took a little break so that we could listen to Denise Van Outen's song, Those Two Girls, All That I Want. So if anyone needs to listen to that, they really should. And Ben, you are going to carry on with the next Forgotten Girl band.
I am. I feel.
I feel. I sometimes think that you forget that I feel. I got to get away from here. I feel. This girl's a person, you know. I feel.
I was obsessed with this song. I bought their album because I loved Alicia's Attic so much.
Alicia's Attic, I feel.
What year was that released?
Let me have a little look.
It's definitely 90s. 'Cause
Definitely
I had it
90s.
on cassette. I remember that.
I remember my cousin was into them, and they were kind of like a slightly cooler alt.
Yes. I felt very edgy when I listened to Alicia's Attic. I liked their
Alicia's Attic.
Their look in their video was really fun. One of them was wearing like a fuzzy jumper. With, and they both had like raccoon eyes of like smudged eyeliner, and then one of them had real kind of red hair, very Republica.
It's like 1996.
Yeah.
It said their platinum selling album was produced by Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do remember liking some of their other songs and thinking they were good.
Remember there was Alisha Rules the World?
Yes.
And it sounded like there was a train just going boop, 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 boop through it. Like Mama. I Feel. Alisha Rules the World. We are indestructible. Remember that song?
Yes.
Wow.
What are they doing now?
What are Shelley and Karen doing?
Okay, this is really the dream of this episode is all these names.
Wait, they're sisters. Shelley and Karen Poole. Hang on. Karen has been busy. Written hits for prominent artists including Kylie Minogue, Becky Hill, David Guetta, Lily Allen, Sugar Babes.
What?
Zara Larsson, Galantis, The Shapeshifters.
She did Lola's theme? Please tell me Karen wrote Lola's theme.
She did.
Fucking hell.
Wow by Kylie Minogue.
I love that song.
Wait a minute. Chocolate by Kylie Minogue.
My friend Leah's favourite Kylie Minogue song.
Red Blooded Woman by Kylie Minogue. Song from Mutia.
Oh my god, she's responsible for some amazing songs. I love that she did a song for Motia. What a great song. Oh my god, I love it. So I picked a girl band, and these are their names. I'm just going to read you the list of names.
Okay.
Jodie, Michelle, Anika, Lindsay with a Z, Nikki with 2 Ks and an I.
Girl thing.
Lots of spelling. Yeah, I picked girl thing.
We are the last one standing.
That's Jodie Albert in her bucket hat of Hollyoaks fame. In her bucket hat, just rapping away in combat trousers and a vest top.
I remember when they came out and they very publicly were like, yeah, one of our biggest influences are the Spice Girls. And it was like the first time I'd heard anyone reference the Spice Girls as an influence.
Yeah, well, because they were formed by Simon Cowell. And it's because he turned down the Spice Girls. So he decided to form kind of they're meant to be the answer to the Spice Girls or like a reflection of the Spice Girls. The music video for this I always found this music video very funny. It's them kind of trashing a wedding. They're attending a wedding and then they kind of just like stop it, and it's them like backflipping down the aisle when they're meant to be getting married, and then they're dancing on the tables.
So much like Spice Girls.
Exactly.
We're gonna put girl in their name, and their first video, like Wannabe, where they're like trashing up a hotel.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it to a wedding.
But I really like how the term that I had. So I remember at the time watching the video and being like, these girls are so cool. Look at them. They're like against this wedding. And then when I got older, I was like, what annoying behavior at a wedding. Like the video at the beginning, they were all like sitting in the back of the church, and like one of them's like blowing a bubble gum, and one of them's answering a very old mobile phone. And the only one that's interested is Jodie. She's like, oh. But the rest of them were all like shoving each other and being like, and people are shushing them. And I'm like, yeah. Kick them out. It's a bloody wedding. Have some respect.
I mean, ever since watching what's it called?
Big Reunion.
Big Reunion season 2.
Yeah.
I feel a little depressed when I think of Girl Thing.
Yeah, they all had kind of, apart from Jodie, they all had quite a rough ride after being in Girl Thing. They had a real tumultuous time considering they only released like 2 songs. They had a really rough road.
I think they were essentially, there was a lot of like hot air. Like they were told they were going to be bigger than the Spice Girls, and then the first single didn't do well, and they were essentially dropped.
Yeah, they got dropped before they had a whole album made, and they got dropped. And one of the facts that we always mention about Girl Thing is that they did originally record Pure and Simple before Hearsay.
They got there first.
They got there first, so they could always claim that they got there first.
Okay, I'm going to take us in a real curveball.
Yeah,
situation.
I didn't know. I didn't know this one when you put this on the list.
Okay, if you're any Scottish listeners, buckle up for this.
Wow. Okay, you just played me the video, and it turns out I did know that song.
So
explain it.
That is a fake girl group called Stinx. And the song,
how's Stinx spelled?
I think it's Stinx.
Of
I think.
course.
So this was a National Health Scotland Health Service non-smoking ad in the year 2000. It's really good.
They had no business making the fake girl band in the anti-smoking video so good and making the song so good. And the video is hilarious. It's basically them chasing after these men, and they can't keep up with them because they smoke too much.
Yeah. Why do you keep on running, boy?
And I feel like whoever made the song for it, it's so cleverly done of like, they just mashed together like 3 or 4 different kind of Max Martin songs and used the beat. I really want to know who's credited for the songwriting on that.
God, it's so good. Again, if I were a DJ, I'd be playing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, who have you got next?
Oh, so I don't feel like they do really technically count because I don't think they're completely forgotten. But obviously, because they were on the big reunion, they're kind of classed in that bracket. But It was the Honeyz. Most importantly, they released a lot of really great songs. But there's one song in particular that you and I are very attached to.
Which one's that?
It's the song that appears on the Nutty Professor to the Clumps soundtrack.
But I'm not even gonna trip about it, worry about it. I'm not even gonna trip, alright, don't care about it. I'm not even gonna bug myself out about it. I'm not even gonna trip.
I like that song, but I think I prefer Won't Take It Lying Down.
Yes, but I just wanted to specifically talk about that song because it was on Nutty Professor 2 The Clump soundtrack along with Janet, one of my favorite Janet Jackson songs.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter, but the blinky blinky blink. I will say that's our second appearance on this where someone references the year, and it's in the year's early 2000s. So we had 02 with Ladies First, and in that one she says Honeyz in the year 2G.
And we're going to get another one later on as well. Yeah, well, I think turning the year 2000 was such a big deal.
Yeah. So yeah, I love Won't Take It Lying Down is truly like an actual banger.
Boy, I won't take it lying down. Find you been messing around. You better believe I'll stand my ground. Boy, I won't take it lying down. I'm gonna give it to you direct. Boy, don't give me no disrespect. You better believe I'll stand my ground. Boy, I won't take it lying down.
But I also, because I'm a big fan of a soppy ballad, I love End of the Line by the Honeyz. I think it's it feels like a warm hug. Feels like a cup of Ovaltine.
Some things you just can't hide. If you want me to go, then say it. Want me to stay, then show it. Don't be afraid. Oh, to break this heart of mine. Now's the time. If I'm right, then we've come to the end of the line.
Wasn't there a member of Honeyz that everyone was like, oh my God, she's gorgeous?
Yes, but that was the member that the Honeyz got forced on them. Do you remember that on the big reunion they talked about that? So it was the 2 members of the Honeyz that could sing, and then the record label brought in a model, and she couldn't sing. Like, so they would, when they did live performances, her microphone wasn't switched on, and she was just there to look good. And then she left, and then they brought in the girl that could sing, and she's the one that appeared on the big reunion when they performed. And what I loved about that big reunion is the other 2 were kind of still music industry, kind of. But the member that joined later, she was a working nurse, like an NHS nurse. And at the big reunion, they literally were like, they're interviewing her and she's just in her nurse's outfit. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a nurse now. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll join the Honeyz. And they did like
I'll sing a song.
Yeah, they did like a stadium tour and she literally went back to being a nurse afterwards. And I thought that was the most perfect encapsulation of that show, where it was like, it wasn't sad. I was like, oh, she's a completely normal person.
Yeah.
And she just got to go do the stadium tour. They gave me, when the darkness of girl thing on that show, the Honeyz really lifted me up.
Okay, we're gonna go to, oh my god, I love this song so much.
A real squelchy one.
Also the remix of this as well, the P. Diddy remix.
The P. Diddy remix.
Ooh.
No chains to unlock, so free to do what he wants. He's into what he's got. He loves me, he loves you no matter what you do. He's never gonna be with you. He's into what he's got. He loves me, he loves you not.
The squelchy dream song.
It sounds like
He Loves Me Not is so good.
It sounds like you're in a confined space and there's some squelchy mosquitoes attacking like tick, 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 tick.
I think that the aesthetics of the video of this are so fantastic. It's so amazingly 2000s in a way that, again, Gen Zs should be looking to this video for their kind of current inspiration.
I think like the TV show Girls 5 Eva clearly looked at that music video.
Definitely. It's very kind of pastel colors with like neon and it's so good. Such a good song. And they did the follow-up song that only you and I have ever heard of.
What is it again?
This Is Me.
Oh yeah.
That was her. This Is Me. And that's also another squelchy. It sounds almost like this song, but in a good way.
I remember a Cribs they did on MTV.
You're going to love this reference. I specifically remember watching them perform the new single, This Is Me, and they were guest judges and then did a performance on the MTV Wade Robson dance thing.
Well, that's fun.
And I think the contestants had to do a dance to This Is Me.
It's me. Lots of like punching chests, like me.
And I'd like to replace the song This Is Me from The Greatest Showman with This Is Me by Dream in the public consciousness.
Perfect. Done and done. I will co-sign that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
My God, this next song, when we were divvying up who should do song, I was like, I'm not talking about this. This reeks of you.
What, are you talking about the song performed by Chloe, Lindsay, Emma, and Amy?
Is that why they're called Clea?
That's why they're called Clea.
One thing for a girl to do. Download it. Gotta shoot that song for me. If you download it, I'll be safe in arms. Download it. That's best thing to reality. If you download it, I'll be safe in arms of love.
That is an awful song.
That song is. I'd go as far to say every song that we've like included on this list, I stand by, apart from "Download It" by Clea. It's a real tough song. It's such a product of the time that doesn't stand up at all.
And plug your cable in.
Yeah.
And your floppy disk on.
Yeah, it's very that. It's very like.
Gigabyte my heart.
Yeah. Download to the desktop on the folder on your PC.
Oh.
Poor old Clea. But the main thing is really just knowing that the band is an acronym of their names. And I like that. That's the one thing I am going to give Clea. And obviously their whole thing is that they were the girls that didn't make it into Girls Aloud. So they saw what Liberty X did on Pop Stars, and then on Pop Stars, the rivals decided to try and form their own group. But unfortunately, they didn't reach the dizzying heights of Liberty X.
And it kind of makes sense. A little bit cool.
Yeah, trying to be cooler than Girls Aloud, but that's not going to work because they were already cool.
Yeah,
Poor old
off.
Clea.
Back off. My next girl group though is Blaque.
QUE?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, can you spell that for me?
BLAQUE. Hang on, let me just get some pots and pans out.
Go and find another one. I don't like what you're kicking, son. I'll leave. 'Cause even if I leave alone, I'm good. And even if you come along, I'm good. Don't mean a thing to me, 'cause I'm good. With or without you. If you wanna play games with me, then I'm good. But say what you do for me, then I'm good. Don't really mean a thing, 'cause I'm with or without you.
What a song.
What a song.
Still stands up. So that song, actually, you played me a song from a new girl group the other day. I think I've got it right here, actually.
Oh, Flow.
Yeah, not that dissimilar.
Yeah, no, it's very similar to Flow. I love that sound is back. That makes me so excited.
I know, that's such a good noise.
So if you ever need to really delve into this song, I recommend listening to our Dark Child special, because we did that with the Right Back At Your podcast, and we all picked a song and to talk about, and I talked about this song produced by Rodney Darkchild Jerkins.
Okay, we're on to our penultimate girl group from the Forgotten Girl Group special.
Oof magoof. Now this is a tough one. So don't play anything just yet. So this is a girl band who I feel so bad for. They actually formed in 2006 and they lasted until 2013 without ever officially releasing a single through a record label. So they formed through like a thing in a girl band in the stage, like right back at the beginning, and it didn't work out. So the three of them formed this band called the Dolly Rockers, and I feel so bad for them because they tried so many different avenues. They appeared on X Factor twice and never made it to the studio shows. So they auditioned for this third series and they got to judges' houses, but Louis Walsh didn't pick them. And then what's so like devastating is they actually went again and didn't even make it to judges' houses. They got kicked out of like boot camp. Yeah, so the reason I picked this song so specifically is that they released one single, I think, which people kind of liked back in the beginning. And then for about 4 years, they were teasing that they were working with Red One at that real peak of like Red One time. And then nothing ever got released. And then inexplicably, they just released a song onto YouTube and this Red One song and never released it properly. And like, it was a real... Play it and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so this song came out at the exact same time as Stars Are Blind and the lesser known but more appreciated version of Stars Are Blind, the song that Hayden Panettiere did for Coles.
Also, it's got a touch of Alejandro.
Yes, and it's very like, I loop these three songs into one category, which is white women doing reggae light, and it's really troubling. There's some accents used in this song that are incredibly inappropriate for three white women. But yeah, it's just, I picked this because it's a sign of sheer perseverance and failure, and it's really interesting.
God, I just keep on thinking the whole time they'll be like, do you know what, girls? If we just keep on working hard and pushing through, it's going to happen.
2006 to 2013.
7 years of their lives.
That's rough.
Wonder how they all voted in the EU referendum.
One more kiss of dabadoo.
Okay. I'm going to move on to our final girl group with a song I utterly adore. Talking of 2Ks and O2s, this is a real prime one. Here we go.
Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Sweet love. Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet love. Don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way.
That's fierce. Sweet Love. Now, either the song or their album was called Sweet Love 2K.
Yeah, no, that was called Sweet Love 2K.
It was called Sweet Love 2K.
So obviously not to confuse it with the original because it's a cover.
Such a good song.
So do you remember when the Anita Baker song, the Sweet Love original Anita Baker song, was used in Hacks? So remember the episode of Hacks where
she goes to her house.
She goes to her house and that song is playing on a loop. It's this song.
And she says like, it's her house in LA.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I this song has just been playing on a loop since I was last year, like 7 years ago.
And that whole episode, this song is just playing in the background.
I'm in love, sweet love.
It's so good.
Oh, what a journey we've been on.
We really have. What's been the worst song?
Clea.
Do you think the Dolly
Oh.
Rockers or Clea? You have to pick your poison out of those two.
I think it's Dolly Rockers. So bad.
So you're saying on record that you prefer Download It to
Yes.
One More by the Dolly Rockers.
At least Download It had a little sultry something to it.
Yikes, magikes.
What about you? What's your worst?
Unfortunately, it's going to be Download It. I'd rather listen to that fake reggae by the Dolly Rockers than listen to Download It.
Okay, favorite. What's your favorite in the whole list?
I actually feel like just in terms of like feeling something, I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say that the thing I felt the most was listening to either Vanilla or Shampoo. My kind of two favorites.
I'm gonna say Braveheart's Neon Jungle.
Right.
No, Neon Jungle by Braveheart. No, Braveheart by Neon Jungle. God.
It could have been
Could
either
be
way
anyway.
around. Yeah.
It's just such a good song.
Yeah.
Super fun song. Well, look, thank you for listening. That was our Forgotten Girl Group special.
We will happily take suggestions in our comments on this episode about any forgotten girl bands that you want us to kind of amend and add to the list. I would love to hear that. But
Yeah.
bear in mind, do not submit Denise Van Outen's Those Two Girls because we have covered it.
We
now.
have covered it on the side. If you want to get in touch, go to our Instagram, email us to all the above, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks just to do some more stuff.
Couple of weeks, eh?
Couple of weeks. A fortnight. Bi-weekly, bi-monthly? Oh, I don't know. You're welcome.
Bye.
You are right up my street. Oh, you can't make me choose.
Igo by Toyota sponsors T4.
Fuck me, Lee Ryan's 13.
I remember we couldn't remember the word for table.